Give me a house. Can I give me somebody, please?
Okay, where are your steps?
I got hit right here, and I got hit in my face. I got hit in my ass.
What happened to you?
I don't know. Somebody just came to the car and just shot. Can y'all give me some help, please? I don't know. Somebody just came to the car and I got hit. Please, I feel it right here in my right hand.
Jasmine, line 1.
Did someone hit you?
Yeah, somebody. I got shot.
Hello. Good night and welcome once again to EOB Salon Talk. Tonight's guest is none other than Mr. Trump. Oh no, calm down people. It's not Donald Trump.
No.
It's
Trump Turner.
Trump Turner. See?
AKA Vibey Brown.
There you go. So the original, not
Yes.
the real Trump over here. So welcome to EOB Salon Talk. Let's do our EOB welcome. Cheers. That's good.
Yes, it is.
That was good. How are you though? How you doing?
Blessed.
Well, blessed is a good word. I decided to do this interview because you've been the topic of conversation in my salon for a minute, actually. But before,
Ladies?
Yes, ladies.
Good looking ones?
Yes. Ooh, he like to talk about the ladies. We're gonna get into that too.
Yes.
So tell my audience who Trump is.
Well, Trump is that was like a phase of my life where, I was into, the money, the cars, the clothes. I was into the street thing, you know what I mean? And that was like a phase of my life where, that I had going on, and that was the Trump phase of just running the streets and, just doing what, some people feel like it's cool, and, it has its ups and downs.
So what made you, tell my audience what you do, actually. Yes.
Now,
What you're doing now.
Now I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. I do music. I manage producers. I have my own company.
Wow.
And I just transitioned my life from the streets to something more positive.
So what made you actually wanted to do that transition? Because you could have taken any other way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're from the Bronx, Mount Vernon.
I'm from Mount Vernon.
You're from Mount Vernon.
I'm from Mount Vernon. I lived in the Bronx for a few years, and I lived in Harlem for a few years. So I call myself like a uptown person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm Mount Vernon, all the way.
Money earning Mount Vernon.
Yeah, I'm all the way money earning Mount Vernon. But I have little bit of the Bronx or Harlem in me, and I love.
Okay.
I love the Bronx. I love Harlem, and I feel like it's connected in some way.
I think we're all pretty much connected in some way or another. Even Yonkers, I think we're all. This is 100%. The little crew that we're all connected. But most times you see young men. For me, I've seen a lot of young men that have decided, you know what, I like the streets. I'm gonna stay there. You got the opportunity, and now you're doing big things.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't raised as a street person, like
Of course, they never do.
Yeah, so I always had in the back of my mind that this is not how my mother raised me, and I come from a background of, Haitian descent. That I know that this is not approved.
The best part is, I'm telling you, you haven't been to a party till you've gone to an Asian. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we know how to party.
Yeah, they know. I'm Jamaican, and you think Jamaican know how to party? You got to go to an Asian party. I'm telling you, food, drinks,
food,
party. They dance all night long, literally. But fast forward a little bit. I've seen you, and I was sitting here, and I'm hearing conversation about you, right? So wait, do you have kids? First of all, let's start there.
I have one kid at this current moment.
Okay, you have a child.
Yes, his name is Alexander. Alexander Prince Renee. That's my first child. He's about a month and a half old at this current moment.
Well, congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Daddy.
Yes.
Daddy, I'm sure you'll be a great dad.
Actually. Oh,
I'm sure you'll
He's
be a
the prince.
Yeah. He's actually gonna have him wrapped around the little finger. I can tell.
Yes.
But so wife, married, what's going on? You know, the girls want to know.
I'm currently single.
He's currently single.
Baby mama drama, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm in and I'm out, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So baby mama is like, oh, it's too much right now. So you know what I mean? So I'm single.
So maybe she was going through the stress of pregnancy, because that sometimes happens with ladies.
And I, you know what? I'm learning about that at this current moment.
Maybe she has postpartum.
I've been hearing about that.
So be patient with it. Speak to her, see wherever you can help, because co-parenting and healthy co-parenting is actually really good, and it's positive for the kids. You grew up with both parents, right?
Yes, I was about 7 years old. My father, rest his soul, he was that's where I learned how to party and learn how to dance moves and smooth with the ladies, and that's where I learned that from. So you know what I mean. So my father, but let me tell you this though, growing up, I never understood my father. I felt like, oh, he's not here, and why? But as I grow up and I'm with my mother, and my mother's annoying. So, and I could say that because women could get annoying.
Excuse me.
So I put myself in my father's shoes, and I said,
okay,
would I be around this? And I'm like, hell to the fucking no. No, I'm off this. So I understand why my father wasn't there, because...
So you forgave him?
Yeah,
but he was still there for you.
Yes, he was. I knew that phone call would come and be like, yo, he's acting up, and I have to throw all my clothes on and be ready to get whooped.
Also, make sure you have all your clothes together. Double pants, double shirt. See, we're an island girl. We know how it is, double pants, so you feel it less, huh? But it's good as a dad. It's good that you had that relationship with your dad, even though he wasn't in the house. Because people think because the father and mother is not together, you can't parent. That, to me, is not necessarily the truth. Mm-hmm. You could co-parent whether the dad is living in the house or the mom is living in the house. So I appreciate that, and I am very happy to hear you say that. Mm-hmm. So fast forward now, you're doing your music. How does your parents feel about you doing music?
Originally, my father loves it. Before he died, and my mother, she's more into my mother's really more into you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a teacher. She was into that. So now she sees after all this time that
that's not what you wanted to
he's not into that. But it took a minute. So now she's learning to accept, y'all really think he's for real? So people have to tell her yo, no, she's starting oh, okay. She's starting to smooth into it, but it's a process.
Well, I must tell you, I did listen to one of your songs. I think we have it playing in the background.
Yeah,
and you're pretty good.
Yeah, I am.
I didn't think, excuse me for the younger folks, I didn't think you're that good. You're pretty good. And the wording, the lyrics, it's pretty good. I like that.
Only curse one time in that record.
Okay, yes, please.
But I was always musically inclined because my father was into music. He was into compa and the Haitian music, and growing up and that's what I'm gonna do with my kids. Growing up, I grew up in a household where I always heard music, so I was always dancing and following my father and stuff like that.
How do you balance though? So now you're in the States, right? Or you're living in the States from an Asian, your family's from Haiti. How do you balance and to keep that culture?
It's in my household. I never lost it. It's always there. My aunt, my cousins, we speak fluently Creole. And
you gotta teach me.
Yeah, we speak it fluently. And then also now, even with, I live in LA now, and even when I'm in New York, so when I bump into Haitian people, we fluently speak.
Say it again. So, what's that?
Patois. I don't call it patois. I just call it Creole.
It's Creole. It's a mixture. It's kind of a mixture, but I'm glad that you chose a path that was pretty much your passion. Mm-hmm. But you are actually turning it into a positive. I mean, despite the conversation in the salon the other day, because let me just.
What was the conversation in the salon?
So, I saw you Sunday, right? A Sunday night. I think I forgot what day that was.
That was when they had the situation.
Yes, I saw you and gave you a hug. How you doing? So then, one of the stylists was talking about, oh my God, this guy was on Instagram because he got shot. And I'm like, what? So then she started playing it, and I'm like, oh no, that's fake. He's pranking y'all. He's just funny. He's just doing that. He probably have a project coming out. Now, I'm bringing this up because this is how we are. This is open. We're a family. You were actually riding in a car with someone else, and someone shot after someone else, and unfortunately, you were actually in the car. What actually really happened? Let me not paraphrase it.
I mean, I was actually on Christmas night. Actually, I was working. So my newborn is in LA, and I actually was getting paid in New York. So I came to New York to just get my money and also, spend some time with my family. And then I did something at the Steam House also with Paris.
Right. I remember.
So that was a good success. So, it was just something that, Christmas.
It's about money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Christmas we're working, so I had hosted a party in the Queens, and then after the party was successful. I was leaving, and unfortunately, a friend of mine that I grew up with, had issues with people, and I won't say I didn't know, but I know that what type of life he lived, and I'm in the car with him, so it just so happened that the car rolls up and starts shooting at our car. And, it was 22 shots. And I got shot 5 times. And my friend got shot 9 times. And, we here to talk about it.
Can I just tell you, I'm so happy to see you. So I saw you like a couple of days after. I didn't know what to say, how to say it. I'm like, I'm just so happy to see you. Because, I'm a wuss. I'll be crying and a mess. And I'm not crying on this podcast today. It's 2020. I'm not crying. So I was very happy to see you. But can I tell you what inspired me, though? I saw you and we start talking, like rapping about it. And he's like, no, man, God did this. Your positivity about the situation. You're like, it could have been worse. It wasn't for me. Nobody died. So you actually walk in the emergency room with 5 bullets in your body on live.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't get that. And I'm sorry, I'm keep moving because my butt hurt.
Yeah.
Because I got shot in my butt. So what happened is that when I got shot, and I got out the car because the guy who was driving, he was on parole, so he didn't want to
be a part of that.
So I got out the car, and in my mind, I just felt like I cannot go because everything that I built up and everything that I want to do is right where I needed to be. So I said to myself, nah, you can't go. So I never really actually went into a conscious phase. I never went into a phase of just closing my eyes and like hoping I wake up. I just kept it going with the spirits. I just kept it going. I said, no. I got out the car. I ran to the corner. I seen a green cab. I got in the cab. The cab didn't want to take me because he seen the blood on me. But I put my Waze app in, and it was a hospital. I remember it was 0.4 miles. I never get 0.4. And the cab is driving, and he like, no, we can't take you. I got out the car. I know 0.4 miles is not that far.
Right.
I got out the car now. I was calling everybody on my phone. 1 person picked up, 2 person picked up. And then I said, no. See, I'm so used to being on live and putting myself out there. I got on live, I put it on my story, and I just started showing people of what happened to me. And it kept me calm.
Thank God.
And the doctor said this. She said, yo, you were so calm, and that's what saved your life. So I walked to the hospital. I'm on live. I show people. and it ended where the lady said, you know, this is more important, and I cut it off. So that right there, you know, the internet is like a devil, but that night the devil came for me, and it didn't work out, and
because God, you are protected. Your mommy was praying. Somebody was praying for you. You know, there's always people praying for us, even when we don't know. But I know you went through that experience. Another thing you did that amazed me, you turned this whole situation. Can I talk about that?
yeah.
You turned this whole situation in a song.
Yes. I had to.
Like, I cannot wait for you guys. Tell them where to go buy that song, because I really do need.
Well, it's called, see, prior to that, and then that's why people say you have to be careful of what you put out there.
Yeah.
I was doing something called You Thought I Was Dead before this even happened. And what it was You Thought I Was Dead is more of a lifestyle, because there's a lot of people, and there's people that hate you, there's people that gossip about you, there's people that don't want to see you win.
Actually, I get that. That I get, yeah.
So people think like, oh, yeah, you see what happened to da-da-da-da-da, yo, and they count you out immediately.
Because for some reason we get a hype, we feel good when we see each other down instead of trying to build each other up.
So people do that, and then when you pop back up on them, you be like, you thought I was dead? You thought I was finished? I'm alive. So that was something that I was doing before that even happened. And it was like, I was just, I'll pat back up and say, you thought I was dead? So a lot of people gravitated to that. But that gravitated, and look, it turned into something. So I said, I'm alive. And what really made me do that is because it kind of disturbed me a little bit. And everybody knew I was good. But what disturbed me was my mother called my aunt. And my mother called my aunt, and she told my aunt that I was dead. I said, damn. Oh. It made me feel away with my mother, but you know what I mean? But Cause you gotta understand, people don't hear people getting shot.
Right, and survived that many times, really.
So my mother said, she called my aunt and said, yo, she said, Junior's gone. And people had to call my mother and say, but no, what happened was somebody that went to my church called my mother and told my mother what happened. And the way she told my mother was like,
oh no,
it's over. So it wasn't my mother that counted me out. It was the way it got explained to my mother.
Right.
So she called, and people had to call my mother and say, no. He's good. I just spoke to him.
Okay, good.
So that kind of inspired me, said, damn, even my own flesh and blood counted me out.
Because she was told, you're dead. Wait, but when I was told, they said, I was told the same thing. Wow. And I'm like, no,
you got told the same thing?
Yeah, I said, I just saw a video with him walking in the hospital. I said, I would have known. There's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. First of all, I thought, he's a funny guy. And he's always playing around.
I have a sense of humor. People, and listen, when I say I have a sense of humor, and what I mean by that is that a lot of people don't want to be their self these days. Yeah. Oh. Everybody want to be like,
try to be somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not what that's about. Just be yourself. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people, and me, I'm comfortable with that, because it's proof that people know me from even when I was little. I was in kindergarten, pre-K. I was always bad. That's not nothing to talk about. Me, I was always bad, and people know that, I'm not no sucker. I'm not no, you know what I mean? I don't be like, yo, I don't like him in it. No, I act like myself, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what's wrong with people these days. Everybody is acting. Just be yourself.
To me, that to me is big, because you have a lot of people, they do this. Oh, no, Claudette, do this way. I have to do it my way because this is my way. Like, I have to do stuff my way because I can't do yours. I always say this. I could tell you what my plans are for a new business. I could tell you what my plans are for tomorrow. The difference is you don't know what my vision is. Even if I give you my blueprints, you still won't have my vision. So that's the difference. And people nowadays is so sad that we don't support people's vision. I might not understand where you're going and what you're doing. Like I was talking to you and you're like, I'm like, you're not home in bed. He's like, no, I'm alive. I give God thanks I'm alive. You know, and what you said to me that night that really got me, I'm like, I definitely got to do this interview. And I told you that night too. You said to me, listen, God saved me for a reason. I don't know if you remember my conversation, but you said, God saved me for a reason. I got to give thanks. No, Mom, I'm not going to be in the bed laid up. No, he saved me. And then I might be depressed, and I don't want to stay depressed. No. I got to be out and move around. So I'm grateful that you had that strength from your mom, your dad, from God, wherever you got it from. Because you could inspire another young person out there. Because one thing you told me that night was you got to be careful how you move and who you move with. And that's one thing too. You said, I'm like, I want you to use that to inspire, because I know a lot of young men look up to you to inspire them. Just be careful of your surroundings, because sometimes it's never you. You know, it could be somebody else. You're gonna be careful where you walk. Be careful who you hang with, because you never know what they're into. So I'm grateful that you are here, that you can make a song from it. I am very, very grateful. Before we jump into something else real quick, what would you like to say to like the young kids coming up that wants to pursue their dream, not sure what they want to do? What would you say?
I would tell them just to never just give up on your dreams, you know, because I once gave up on myself. So like, you know, and I had to catch myself and regroup with myself and then get back to myself. So what I just tell people is just that just don't give up. You know what I mean? Because I just left somewhere and somebody told me like, yo, you never gave up. And they told me, yo, I gave up, bro. I can't do it no more. And me, if you set yourself where you want to be, where I'm going and where I'm about to be, I did this from when I was little. I said, I want to do this. And that's where I want to be. I like this. And that's what that's what I'm aiming to, and that's where I'm going to.
And that is true, because I could tell you, ever since I was a little girl, I always say two things. I said, I'm not born to be poor. This is just a temporary setback. If you know me, you'll know those words from me. People that know me very well is going to say, yep, she said that. Nobody was born to be poor. You know, we were all born with wealth, right? But when I said this was a temporary setback, it meant I'm not living my full potential yet. I always know I'm not what I knew at some point I had to work for someone, because I had to learn what it meant to work for someone, work ethics. But I knew I wanted to make a difference. You know, I started a foundation because I've been there. So our life, I lived my life a certain way because I wanted to make sure at the end of the day, our life should matter. When God bless you and he blow breath into you, he want to make sure that, you know, if I live a life and I'm not living my full potential, it's a wasted life. Right? I'm in a position I could give back to the homeless, the foster care kids, so I do that. Sometimes I don't have it for myself, but they need it more than me. Because guess what? I'll say I don't have any clothes to wear to this event, but then I'll go in my closet and find something with a tag in the back. You know, these poor kids, sometimes they don't have anything. They really don't have it. So when they're saying they don't have it, they don't have it. So I'm glad. And for me, that would be my takeaway from the whole thing. Live your purpose. You know, stay with your goal. If you have a goal or a vision, stay with it. And I respect you and appreciate you for that. And I'm going to tell you something. I wasn't following you before. I wasn't following him on Instagram. But when they told me that, I'm like, what's his Instagram? And I started following you, and I've been watching it. And I have to tell you, as a young man, a young black man in today's society, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I am very proud of you, because people, we're so judgmental, and we live in a certain way that we can't see what another person is doing. But I see what you're doing. I see you. You know, I understand what you're doing, and stay with it. You know, stay positive, and then hurry up and go home. Go home and get back to work. Mommy will be okay. I need you to get back to work. And then once that, it's going to be a single, what is it going to be?
Well, I have Body Different right now, and I have You Thought I Was Dead. Shooting both of the videos for it right now, so all that should be out by February, March.
What's your Instagram for my few people that's not following?
It's Trump the Animal. It's at TRUMPTHE Animal ANIMAL.
Okay, and we'll put it up, you know, on our page also. I want us to support you. I want to support you because I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I love that you are not defeated. You know, the devil came and try and get you, but you were like, I'm stronger than that. You cannot, no, I'm not going to sit here and allow, and you said that to me, you're like, I'm not going to sit around here, man, and allow, you know, the devil to come and get me. They didn't come for me. It got me, but either way, they're not going to get me. I'm going to live. I'm not going to lay in a bed.
I got shit to do. I got shit to do. I got to prove my mother wrong. But that's one of my, like, you know, I got to tell people, one of my two things is I want to prove my mother wrong, because a lot of people, like a lot of Caribbean backgrounds,
Yes.
they have this thing that you have to go to school.
Be a
you have
doctor.
to do this. You have to do that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
da-da-da. And you have to live how
Their
they
way.
told you to live.
Because it's unfortunate, because a lot of people from the Caribbean, they want their kids to live in their shadow. So they used to play basketball. They didn't make it to the NBA. So your daughter is good or your son is good, so they must be a basketball player. You wanted to be a doctor. Unfortunately, financially, you couldn't go to school. So your child must be a doctor. In some ways, I love the drive. But in another way, it kills me. Because we don't, you know, a lot of our Caribbean parents, we don't know how to support.
Oh my gosh.
With love,
wow.
what our children are doing.
That
for me is the biggest thing.
But that's where your kids stray away to other things, though. When you don't support. The support is everything. I remember playing basketball, and I had NBA hoop dreams. And my family, my mother, nobody came to my games. I remember catching a ride with one of my friends. His mother and his father's in the front seat. And they come to pick me up. Where's my parents?
Because they didn't believe in what you were doing. So, but through that though, even though that happened, you stood up though, and you said, you know what? I could be on the streets, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you. I think most of us from the islands, the Caribbean, wherever, we live our life that way. You know, one day, like, I'm waiting on something to, like, run through my whole story, because everybody thought my story is a bed of roses and it's all pretty. No. I had to work for every single thing I got. You know, people don't believe in you, See, those to me were noise. See, and I don't listen to noise a lot. You know, once you start making a lot of noise, I'm not listening to your noise. I know what I am, I know who I am, and I know what I want to be. So what I decide to do is create me. Who I am today is who I created, because God created that. God gave me the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, and my only purpose on this earth is to live His will. And that's what I'm doing. Thank you so much.
I'm into that.
Trump, I love what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
So what's next though? You know, I like to ask what's next. I know you have that album coming out.
And we having a tape that's coming out probably by April, May. And we're gonna just take over. We're gonna just show people how to do things the right way, and then, you know, because there's a lot of people misguiding people in the wrong ways. We're just gonna do things the right way.
And he's giving back. He's trying to teach another young person coming up, like, listen, this is a good way to do it. You could definitely do it this way. Don't listen to the noise. If that's what you want to do, invest in it. Let's do it this way. I love that, because a lot of our young men, there's no positive role models that's going to give back. So thank you. I appreciate you. Cheers. Oh, and by the way, you're now a part of the family. So this is part 1.
Yes.
Part 2 is after the album.
Yeah.
And
I owe you that. They got me on camera. I owe her that one.
Yep. He signed a couple artists.
Yes.
I have something coming up. I'm gonna call him and say, listen, I need some. So my 10-year anniversary is wait, let me just put on camera. It's on 10-year anniversary is in June for my first.
June is gonna be
right. So in June I'm gonna be you didn't change his number on me, right? Trump, I need you back in Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
I'm doing an event. I need you to show up.
Yes.
All right. So I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I need to know you need to move around a little bit. Thank you for taking the time.
Welcome.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And stay blessed, stay strong.
Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing.
God first.
God first. Thanks again for watching EOB's Salon Talk. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to follow Mr. Trump here. Go out and buy his album. Just support whatever he's doing. He's a good young black man that's trying to give back. You know, a lot of times people hear you get shot, they take it as a negative. Oh, you must have done something. I wanted to do this interview because I knew the situation, and I wanted to put the story out there positive. He didn't do anything. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that do happen to a young black man. So thank you, and thank you God for sparing his life because he will be doing big things. All right.